Hi, what's up? Today I want to show you the new feature that Amos Agents has just launched, which is campaign creation. And yeah, this is one of the emails that has just been created with one prompt by me within like 2 or 3 minutes. So today I want to show you kind of like how this works if you are using it for the first time. So first of all, let's go out of everything here real quick so that I can really start completely from scratch. And let's start, for example, with the brand voice, which is the first thing that you should actually look into. So let's say you have installed Amos, so you can go up here to the very top, open Amos, and then it will open up on the side. Usually looks like this. I'm on the laptop right now, so I just like having it a little bit bigger. But yeah, if you're on a bigger screen, obviously you can do whatever. Then you want to head over to brand voice. And if you're opening it for the first time, it will actually say, hey, do you want to create the brand voice? And then it will take about like 1 or 2 minutes to populate this info. So in this case, for example, this is an example brand. And yeah, I want to show you kind of like what is stored as information in brand voice. And that is basically all of the info about your brand, language of your brand, the customer demographics like gender, age, different offers that you use, the visual layout of your emails, the writing style that you usually have, your logos, fonts and brand colors. And yeah, but I will walk you through everything right now. So let's say, for example, the brand info, if we look at botanicals.myshopify.com, we can actually see that the main language is English, brand voice is natural, trustworthy, and caring, brand colors are these, and then main products are skincare products and so on. Then we can also see that that Amos Agents is checking the campaigns and the flows. So if I click campaigns, for example, it can see all of the recent campaigns with all of the different copy, with the sender name, with the sender email address, with the subject line, preview text, and the content. So it's pretty valuable actually, and it looks at everything. And it also actually looks at the alt text, but that's something that we store in the background. And then the same goes for the flows as well. So for example, abandoned cart, if you want to see it here, Cocoon Botanicals, hello at Cocoon Botanicals, subject line, preview text, and then the rest. So that's actually yeah, how that info is stored on our end. You can also add and delete languages here, for example. Let's say I also want German in there, then I can click update brand voice. Okay, yeah, brand color is actually missing right now. So let me quickly check one that I had in here recently, like this. And then I can add this, and I can also update the brand voice, so that's all good. And then, for example, I could add offers. For example, if I always like to give 10% off, or if I always like to give free shipping on orders above $50, then I can insert that here, and the AI automatically learns this for the future. And for example, recommends you, hey, for this campaign, you could actually use this and that offer that you're always using. Then it also shows the visual layout. This is simply something that we need on our backend so that we know, for example, okay, you always use a logo in the first section or like an image in the first section, which is most of the time a logo. Then you have 2 other images in the second section, which is usually like a background image and then an image on the front. And then you also have 2 texts and a button, which is usually like a headline text, body text, and then button text or button. And then yeah, you have these yeah, all these different sections in here that are analyzed from your campaigns and flows, as I said. And then you also have your writing style in here, which is actually pretty big. If you just look through this knows pretty much everything about all of the different emojis you use, all of the different words you keep using, all of the different writing styles you keep using. So this is really valuable when it comes to copy, because what I actually saw previously with AI specifically is that it's not really tied to your brand. And we've actually refined this for a pretty long time. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good prompt, I would say, for the writing style. But if you don't like it, you can also delete certain things. So for example, if I take this out and update the brand voice, yeah, it would then change the information in there. So you could also insert your own prompts in there, essentially for the copy. Then I can also upload logos, fonts and stuff, but I won't do this in this example. But this is just like how that works and how we actually populate all of this data. But just imagine you just installed the Chrome extension within like 30 seconds. Then you did the brand voice for a minute. So we actually like 1.5 minutes into the project. And now you can already click create campaign from brand voice. And then you're actually giving it a briefing. So what you do in this page is essentially you tell it what to do. Then you select the segments. Then you select which products you want to highlight. Then you can also highlight categories, create or insert, or essentially mention a discount code, use a dynamic first name, last name. Then yeah, essentially also showcase dynamic product recommendations. So based on what they view, for example, like here, and then social icons as well. So what I will do for this example is I already created this little prompt here. You can just insert that here, like write a Black Friday campaign for 20% off. on cards above $200. Also include a kind message from the founders with an image right next to the message. So then I can go in here, say for example, active engaged profiles from Amos. Then I can also exclude something. And usually you would have to do this in like 3 or 4 different windows, because first you have your segments, then you have the subject length and preview text, then you have the editing page, then you have the sending page. Now you have everything all in one. Then maybe I want to, I don't know, talk about the hydration booster serum, and then maybe social icons, for example. Dynamic first name is for example, do Lieber, because most of their audience are actually women. Then I want this in capitalization, and I can click create a campaign. So as you might notice here, the disclaimer actually says that that this tool actually works best in accounts where there are no all image emails, because we can't read all image emails just yet. But yes, it's still satisfying, but yeah, the most satisfying results will actually be brought to you if you have emails built in the Klaviyo builder. So yeah, that's that. And now it's actually like processing the entire thing. It adds the segments, processes the coupon codes, generates the email. This usually takes 1 or 2 minutes. I will quickly pause this and then get back to you in a second. Actually, while we're waiting, I can also show you some other features in here, because actually you can go ahead, and I actually did this, did another recording right before this, and you can also go into the homepage, and if you didn't finish the setup of the campaign, you might wonder, okay, how do I get back into the editor if I'm in the campaign already? But you can use our quick access for that. So you can say resume campaign, and then it will actually send you to the email that you've been working on previously. So this was the one that I had in the beginning. And right now, if I want to like exit all of this, then I can also go back to, for example, setup campaigns, and then continue creating campaign. And then I will get back to this overview here. It might, as I said, like take 2 or 3 minutes, but yeah, it usually goes pretty fast depending on how much data you have in your account. Okay, perfect. So right now it has actually gone through all of the different stages in the campaign creation. Now you can see campaign processing has been finished, and this is the this is the new campaign overview essentially. So this is also what I just talked about, that we have this image at the very top, then we have a background image and a front image, where we actually talk about the product, about the hydration booster serum that I just selected a few minutes ago. And then we also have like Friday sale after $200, so 20% after $200, no code needed. And then it also has the correct shopping button here. This is yeah, not correct yet. I will simply delete this for now. Yeah, it's still in the open beta, I would say. Oh, sorry. It's still in the open beta, I would say. So we obviously still fixing a few things, but here you can already see, okay, Elisa and Julian are actually the founders of this brand. So it's pretty nice that I could already say, hey, put an image of the founder together with the message in here. So this is pretty neat. And then it also says something about thank you for being part of the community. This Black Friday weekend, we want to gift you 20% off of orders above $200. And yeah, based on this, I can already get started designing. And here, for example, it already has the product link and everything in here, the alt text, the logo also has the Cocoon logo, the link to the website, and also the section has a placeholder image right now, which we can obviously replace with whatever we want. And then, for example, this button link is also sending to a collection. And then here, this should actually, yeah, this also has an alt text and a link. So pretty much everything has been thought of. And all you need to do is, yeah, basically work this out a little bit on your end to make it perfect. But this is, I think, a really, really good way to kind of like get started. Now, one of the coolest things, at least in my opinion, that we implemented here as well, is that you can edit everything here on this side. So if you don't like the email at all, you can also regenerate the entire thing with a new prompt directly in here. It changes the email directly in Klaviyo. And as I said, you can also edit everything everything text-wise and whatever you need directly in Klaviyo. So it's not like an all image email or an HTML email where it's super annoying to do it like in 3 different tools. You really just do everything in here. Then you can also skip through the headers or the different texts here, and you can modify them with a prompt. So you can essentially say, hey, you want to modify the Black Friday sale, you want to modify this text, you want to modify this text. And then, for example, I could say, please talk about yellow ducks or something. and then it would actually regenerate that block. And I could also, if it generates a second version, navigate between these versions here. So I can basically say, okay, I like the previous version, I like the new version more. And then, yeah, let's quickly see what it generates here. Then the subject line is fine, also completely based off on the best performing subject lines that have been used in the past, and also the preview text. So that's also automatically added, and it also complements each other, which is nice. And then you can also change the sender name, sender email, and also the segments if you want to directly from here. Let's quickly wait until this is generated. Yeah, this might take a few seconds. Oh, okay, it's actually here already. So let me check this out. Okay, this actually says yellow ducks are vibe makers essentially. I don't even know how to how to translate this, but I can essentially click update campaign right now, and then it will automatically add this. This might take a few seconds as well. But again, even if this would take like 2 or 3 minutes per thing, you're sitting here for way less than 4 hours, which you usually do if you design emails. And then here, as you see, it's already directly in here. Yeah, directly from here. Or you can also obviously like reformat that. For example, if you don't like this, you can also simply change everything that you normally change as well. But yeah, I think this is already covering everything that you need to know. We don't send campaigns for you because we actually got the feedback that people don't want us to send it for you. So if you obviously want us to send the campaign directly for you, also from this site, we can definitely do that. But yeah, after that, you are completely done. You can click next and then essentially schedule the email for here. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know for now. I hope you enjoy the new tool, and yeah, see you next time.